Stabbed a man in the heart. I saw that. Brick killed the guy.
This will be your opening.
Everybody, hold it. Listen.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Take a look at your mind. You'll be surprised what you might find.
Yeah, so like fashion, the sun and the sunshine. People gather there from all parts of town.
Yeah, right around the corner. You know it's just across the track. People I'm talking about, the psychedelic shack. I get there. Get on.
have a Pink Floyd request, 1967 See Emily Play. Pink Floyd, first album.
Emily tries but misunderstands. She's often inclined to borrow somebody's dreams till tomorrow. There is no other day. Let's try it another way. You'll lose your mind and play. Three gates to play. See Emily Soon after dark, Emily cries. Gazing through trees in sorrow, hardly a sound till tomorrow. There is no other day. Let's try it another way. You'll lose your mind and play. Three gates for play. See Emily play.
All right, that was going out to Kelly. Pink Floyd right here. Before we actually start, my name is Ray Carr, along with the amazing Dave. The Musical Connection with Dave and Ray coming at you live, coast to coast, around the corner, and around the world. We know we have a lot of people out there listening from as far away as Bay Village and maybe even Mansfield.
Wow. Am I muted?
Dave, I don't think you're muted.
I'm not muted. There I am. Hey, everybody. It's good to see you here tonight. Send us your requests, and we will provide some ambiance and color to your evening.
Color, Dave. I like it. I'm feeling just the way you are, Dave, because I'm not going to go change it. Please, never let me down. Don't imagine you're too familiar. I don't see you anymore, Dave.
You have a way with the spoken word, right?
My job, Dave. That's why they got me to carry the load. But the weight's getting a little heavy tonight, Dave.
Why is that, Ray?
Because the burden of life is pressing upon all of us. And this is why the Musical Connection with Dave and Ray on Wednesday night is going to be the release that we all need. start a little bit early tonight. Just the Way You Are, Billy Joel from his 5th studio album, The Stranger. Released that was the second single from the album, released early November 1977. Well, it became Billy Joel's very first U.S. top 10 hit, and it reached, I think, the number 3.
He was in town last week.
He was
Did you
in town
go?
last. No, I did not. I went.
I heard it was quite a show.
It always is, and I chose to go to the Electric Light Orchestra with Jeff Lynne, which I think, Dave, honestly, phenomenal show.
Really?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
His voice held up?
That's about the only thing that held up.
Oh.
The rest of his band was really good,
Sure.
but he had a hard time standing. So
Well, let's do a little ELO there, right?
I was thinking either Sweet Talking Woman or Evil Woman. But we could do Sweet Talking Woman. Sweet Talking Woman. I actually saw them July 14th, 1978 at the Cleveland Stadium. Yeah, I remember that show. First concert I ever attended.
That was your first one.
Yeah?
You know who my first concert was?
What was it?
Randy Newman.
Randy Newman. Short people.
Yes, sir.
Recorded in 1977, released in 1978 on the album Out of the Blue, which was the Out of the Blue tour that came to Cleveland in the form of the World Series of Rock, which also brought us opening acts Foreigner and Journey, which I'm sure we'll end up playing some of their music tonight as well.
I like this little tag
Yeah,
violence
great job. That's David Owen Michaels. My name is Ray Carr, and this is The Musical Connection with Dave and Ray on a Wednesday night. This particular performance has had many names over the years, Dave, for many weeks, but we've settled on the Music Connection. And I think we're connecting with our audience, and we have no idea how many of our audience is actually out there. If you're out there, write in the chat box that you're there and where you're listening from and watching from. Maybe I'll monitor your phone, Dave.
Yeah, we might need to go ahead and plug that sucker in.
Well, we usually do every week. But we have another member of our studio audience here. Theo Kent is here. He's going to be monitoring things as well. He'll be our quality control representative. And we hired him, and he works at Price Waterhouse to make sure everything that we do is is the right way. Hearing myself in delay. I like it. All right. Let's see. All right. Kelly Peters went. We don't know where Kelly lives. Kelly, tell us where you live.
You don't want to start out like that. But,
Well, no, I meant what city.
okay, all right.
I don't want to know her address. We don't want to know her phone number. All we want to know is what city she's living in currently. But Angela, right, taxi.
This is a go home from the bar and pass out and watch Taxi for 2 hours kind of.
Yeah.
Same thing with Cheers. Those are the same kind of vibes.
I think Cheers, though, is a little bit more up-tempo. This is a very relaxed jazz piece. Didn't Bob James write this?
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Right. You know, it's smooth and relaxing, but it doesn't put you to sleep. And what a show Taxi was. Danny DeVito, Judd Hirsch. You know, great show. Tony Danza. Dave, how often do you play this song live?
Probably 3 times a week.
Out of all the TV program themes that you play, which one would be the most requested?
Cheers would be most. But, you know, there's Full House theme.
Well, how about the theme from The Greatest American Hero?
That's a good one.
Believe it or not, I'm walking.
Absolutely. Want to do that next?
I think that would be a good lead-in. I can see it waiting on deck. I think a band from Pittsburgh we should play, the Vogues.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotta help you through that one, bro.
Well, it's before your time, Dave. 5 o'clock world.
Were they the Manic Monday band?
No. That's the Bengals, Dave. Susanna Hoffs, I believe, was the leader of the band. Nice job.
Did I get a text?
It looks like you did, but
All right, well, we won't read that over the air.
Well, here, you know, the Vogues, You're the One, Magic Town. They did a cover of My Special Angel, which was done by Bobby Helms. Moments to Remember, which has been covered by everyone. Their 5 o'clock world was a big one that they used on the Drew Carey show. Very nice, they great singers. Just a wonderful band. You're the One.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, I think we did have a request for that.
Oh, okay. Give me 1 second. You want to play something, Ray? While I pull
Yeah,
it
I'm
up?
going to play something right here. Our vast array of great music. Let's throw some Jimmy Smith. This is called Messy Bessie. we'll finish that one up a little bit. That was the Fabulous Vogues, written by Tony Hatch, but now request time. Originally done by the Penguins, a great rhythm and blues group, covered by many people, including the Vogues, Earth Angel. Jesse Belvin, and Gaynell Hodge. Dootsy Williams produced it, released in October 1954. And that song, the original by the Penguins, in 1954 on the Dutone label, was put into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1998. Great song.
Yeah, I love it.
And I'll tell you what else is great. Teresa Kovac is now on board.
Hey, Teresa, how are you?
Yeah. Everywhere you look, my friend.
Were you a Full House fan?
Full House. It was all right. It was a good show. Wonderful job. That's right. I'm Ray Carr. That's David Michaels, or it likes to be called David Owen Michaels. It sounds more, more proper, like we're at Harvard or something like that. The Music Connection with Dave and Ray comes at you each and every Wednesday. At least we hope so. For the foreseeable future, Eastern Standard Time.
It's now called
The Music
The Music
Connection with
Right.
Dave and Ray.
Mhm.
It was called many other things in the past.
We settled on it. I
Yeah.
think that's
A night with David and Ray, or it could be a date night. It could be. It was many different names over the years, Dave.
we can be whatever you want us to be.
Well, it could be. Yeah.
I mean, let's,
Well, of course, Dave. Yes. Eric Lightning is watching.
Grox is back in the
Rox
house.
is back, and he wants to hear. He doesn't say. Well, by the way, we played that song Earth Angel. I believe Theo wanted to send it out to a special someone.
Oh, very nice.
And I apologize for not picking it up before. We have so many messages here. It looks like Jeff Petrulis.
Hey, Jeff. How you doing,
Jeff
buddy?
Petrulis is now listening. We assume
Been
that
a
Jeff
long
is
time.
living in the state of Ohio, but you never know.
Yeah, he's a resident of Ohio.
Did you go to college with him?
No, I did not. I taught his children piano lessons.
See, what's
Several
the
years.
first? This is a very interesting question. I've been thinking about this when you teach a kid piano lessons, what's the first song you teach him?
Well, it's a process, but Two Black Ants. That's the name of it.
Two Black Ants?
Two Black Ants. That's how you get them started.
Well,
Finding groups of Two Black Keys.
Black Keys, they're from Ohio.
Yeah, Akron.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit of a update that just started on the Adobe. So we're going to play a little tune in the meantime.
Well, let's play a little tune in the meantime. Everybody, are you excited out there? I'm excited. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Cheers. Where Everybody Knows Your Name, also credited to the theme from Cheers. It was from the TV sitcom. It was a debut single for Gary Portnoy. The song was written by Gary Portnoy and Judy Hart Angelo and performed by him in '82. Shortly after the premiere of Cheers, Portnoy went back into the studio to record a longer version of the song that made it on the U.S. and British pop charts. And it was 1982. And Gary Portnoy also wrote songs for Air Supply, Dolly Parton, and many, many others.
That's a diverse group.
It certainly is. But Air Supply, even the nights are better, Dave. But I want to fly myself out of here, Dave. Let's go to the moon.
Yeah, we want to fly away from Air Supply.
The real sponsorship or the one that we want to be real? I don't know if we should do that sponsorship tonight. Fly Me to the Moon. The original title for this song, by the way, was called In Other Words, which was written in 1954 by Bart Howard. The first recording of this song was made in 1954 by Kay Ballard. I believe she was from Ohio. Frank did his version in 1964. It was closely associated with the Apollo moon mission. 1999, it went into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, honored this particular song.
This one gets played a lot.
A lot. It gets. When I was DJing weddings, we would always play this during dinner. Beautiful melody. Great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
And by the way, as we mentioned earlier, Kay Ballard, the original artist of this particular song, Fly Me to the Moon, was born in Cleveland, Ohio. And she was on a very popular mid-'60s TV show called Mothers-in-Law. Did you know that?
I did not.
And if you look on YouTube, there is an episode of Mothers-in-Law when a band called The Seeds, who did Pushin' Too Hard, a psych rock band, played on that show in their living room.
Pushing too hard.
No, you've never heard the song? No, it's the truth. I'm going to play it for you. People have no idea what I'm talking about. Here, I want to play this for you real quick, Dave.
You want me to stop?
Well, I'll wait till you're done because I was trying to make a point here.
All right, we'll just... All right.
Now, I was mentioning Kay Ballard.
Stop Fire and Rain to hear Pushing Too Hard.
You don't believe me. Now, I don't. Raise your hand out there, folks, if anyone's ever heard of a band called The Seeds.
You're pushing too hard, but pushing on me. You're pushing too hard, what you want me to be. You're pushing too hard about the things you say. You're pushing too hard every night and day. You're pushing too hard on me.
So,
Yeah.
all right, 1966. Now, that was a band, that was pretty progressive for the time. Now, Kay Ballard and Eve Arden were in Mothers-in-Law, and they're sitting in their front room while this band is playing. It looked, the look on their face was unbelievable. You could check it out on YouTube.
I wish I could.
It's very funny.
I wish I could have seen it.
Yeah, well, it's out there, Dave.
We'll post it. We'll post it up on our website.
I see fire and I see rain.
You want to do this one?
Oh, I love it. It's a great
All right,
song.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Pushing too hard. You can make it into we'll swing it a little bit like Richard Cheese would do it. Pushing too hard on me. Yeah.
Want to do a little background on the song?
I will.
'Cause
I just want to let it play for a little bit so that I soak in the. I want to soak in the melody. Fire and Rain is a song that was written and performed by the American singer-songwriter James Taylor. Released in August 1970 on the Warner Brothers record label. The second single from James Taylor's second studio album, Sweet Baby James.
I seen him one time. It's like, I mean, I obviously know of in different contexts than you know,
Yes.
or my father, but it's like listening to your grandfather tell you stories. That's kind of the vibe, you know?
Yeah, I understand. I never had one that did that, but yeah. Mr. Peter Asher of the duo Peter and Gordon produced the song. Peter Asher would go on to produce many people, including Linda Ronstadt.
Linda Ronstadt, that's one of those gospel.
Yeah, she covered a lot of songs and did them very well. Fire and Rain, 1970, James Taylor. What a great song.
Thank you. Let's do our disclaimer.
Well, all right, let me make this clear to everybody. Dave and Ray are not responsible for anything that happens because of the beautiful melodies that we're about to play. Feelings and thoughts may come through your mind. Whatever those thoughts and feelings are, we cannot be held responsible for the passion that it will build up in your heart throughout the performance tonight. So please, listener discretion is advised. Not required by the Federal Communications Commission, or by WCSB Radio, but by us.
Ray, this song should take you back to your young days.
1985. I remember it well. Simple Minds. Somebody once said, Ray Carr, you have a Simple Minds. But I disagreed with them, and I said, I just read War and Peace this afternoon, sir, so excuse me while I kiss the sky. Don't you forget about me, Dave.
I'll never forget you, Ray. Breakfast Club?
Yeah.
You like it?
Well, it was, part of my youth. I was actually an adult. Emilio Estevez. Recorded in November of 1984 by the Simple Minds. They're from Scotland, Glasgow. We mentioned the movie The Breakfast Club. It was from 1985. It was a teen coming-of-age comedy drama, as many of you will remember. John Hughes was the director. Emilio Estevez, Paul Gleason, Anthony Michael Hall, Judd Nelson, Molly Ringwald, Ellie Sheedy. When they had detention, they had to come back to the Breakfast Club, which was held on Saturdays, Dave, if I'm not mistaken. And then they really kind of found who they really were. And were they so different? It's like the Nowhere Man, or he's a bit like you and me.
John Hughes directed one of my favorite movies ever.
What's that?
Home Alone.
Oh, yeah. It was a great movie as well. Well, he did National Lampoon's Vacation.
Yeah, a lot of good.
16 Candles, another great one. Pretty in Pink, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I mean, those are great movies. She's Having My Baby, Uncle Buck. Yeah, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Beethoven. Dennis the Menace.
Those are all classics.
Flubber, of course, who doesn't love Flubber? John Hughes. He left us all too soon in 2009 at the tender age of 59.
We never know the day or hour, Ray.
No, we don't, Dave.
But all you can do is
You have to believe, Dave. You have to believe in something. Something besides yourself. A good piano, maybe a 10-cent cigar, perhaps a good sandwich now and again. I believe in all those things. I believe in apple pie. I
which you
believe
didn't get tonight.
I did not get it tonight. But I believe in America. I believe in strong people. And I believe in people like you, Dave.
Oh, thanks, Ray. I believe in you.
We also wanted to mention that Mr. Glenn Michaels is listening somewhere out there.
Hey, Pops.
Mr. Glenn Michaels, of course, a big fan of all the music that we're playing tonight, and looks like the Guardians have tied the game up. For those of you not watching baseball, the Guardians have tied the game up at 2 in the bottom of the 7th with the second home run of the game for Josh Naylor.
Who gives a...
Sorry about that. I love baseball. I'm sorry. Dave, who was your baseball coach when you were a kid?
Oh, come on, Ray. You
Of
know...
course I was.
You know that. That was Ray Carr.
And Dave, what did I teach you about baseball? It's never over till it's over.
I applied what you taught me in baseball to my piano playing, Ray, so I'm a better pianist than I am a ball player, let's just say.
But you have the heart of a lion, Dave, and you took that heart and you said, I'm going to move it off the baseball field and I'm going to put it on the piano.
Thank you.
All 88 keys.
Ray, I've never had a friend like you.
Well, Randy Newman. Sir, I love Randy Newman. wanted to add one more thing before we take a commercial break here, Dave. Randy Newman. There's a song that he had something to do with, and it was a song titled "Is That All There Is?" You remember the song?
No, you want to play it?
Yeah, he was a producer of this song back in 1969. Peggy Lee sang it.
I know short people. But we don't want to play that over the air.
Listen to this one right now. This is Peggy Lee, produced by a very, very young Randy Newman.
I remember when I was a little girl, our house caught on fire. I'll never forget the look on my father's face as he gathered me up in his arms and raced to the burning building out on the pavement. And I stood there, shivering in my pajamas, and watched the whole world go up in flames. And when it was all over, I said to myself, is that all there is to a fire? Is that all there is? Is that all there is? If that's all there is, my friends, then let's keep dancing. Let's break out the booze and have a ball. If that's all there is. And when I was 12 years old, my daddy took me to the circus, the greatest show on earth. There were clowns and elephants and dancing bears, and a beautiful lady in pink tights flew high above our heads. And as I sat there watching, I had the feeling that something was missing. I don't know what, but when it was all over, I said to myself, is that all there is to the circus? Is that all there is? Is that all there is? If that's all there is, my friends, then let's keep dancing. Let's break out the booze and have a ball. If that's all there is. And then I fell in love with the most wonderful boy in the world. We'd take long walks down by the river, or just sit for hours gazing into each other's eyes. We were so very much in love. And then one day, he went away, and I thought I'd die, but I didn't. And when I didn't, I said to myself, is that all there is to love? Is that all there is? Is that all there is? If that's all there is, my friends, then let's keep. I know what you must be saying to yourselves. If that's the way she feels about it, why doesn't she just end it all? Oh no, not me. I'm not ready for that final disappointment. 'Cause I know, just as well as I'm standing here talking to you, that when that final moment comes and I'm breathing my last breath, I'll be saying to myself, is that all there is? Is that all there is? If that's all there is, my friends, then let's keep dancing. Let's break out the booze and have a ball.
Now, we'll all calm down.
Boss, he's just a little excited.
I know. I'm going to use good judgment. I haven't lost my temper in 40 years. But, Pilgrim, you caused a lot of trouble this morning. Might have got somebody killed. And somebody ought to belt you in the mouth. But I won't. The hell I...
All right. John Wayne, folks, to inspire everybody out there. John Wayne, nobody says it like John does. But yeah, we just heard Peggy Lee. Is That All There Is, 1969, produced by Randy Newman. Dave, what do we got to come back with? Oh, I just want to add one other thing to Is That All There Is? Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller, who wrote many, many songs in the 50s for the Coasters and other groups, they were the songwriters on Is That All There Is? Easy on me.
Good song.
I don't think we have a wheelhouse, Dave. I think every song is in play.
Fair enough. Thanks for coming, Theo.
Theo's part of our studio audience. He's going to go home and he's going to watch us in his beautiful new apartment. Theo bought a brand new condo in Brandon. He's driving his brand new BMW.
One day, right?
It isn't all about money, Dave. You know what it's about?
What's it about?
It's about quality. It's about putting on a quality product and knowing that you did your very best and you were able to entertain, inform, and put people at ease. That's really what it's all about to me.
I like that.
You know, I mean, money is a byproduct of success, but it really isn't anywhere near as important as being able to do a good job.
I like that, right?
It's true.
Am I coming through? Keyboard's a little hot. Hear it?
We did a big request for Sentimental Journey.
We can do that for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't forget, folks, if you have a request, we'd love to hear from you by all means. Just you could donate here. Dave, let's tell everybody how to donate.
You can go to the link at the bottom of the screen, or you go to the Venmo QR code, or you can do the Venmo handle that's at the bottom of the screen. But we'll graciously take all of your donations in Venmo tonight.
Yes. $1, 100, 200, I don't care. Whatever you can do. Sentimental Journey. And Glenn Michaels wanted to hear this one, your dad, and he was named after Glenn Miller.
Yes, he was. Not Glenn Close. It was kind of a self-fulfilling, not self, but kind of a prophetic thing, because my dad is very musical.
Well, Les Brown. A little volume here. known this song, but were unable to record it because of the 1942 to 44 musician strike. Well, when the strike ended, the band with Doris Day as a vocalist recorded the song on Columbia Records. That was November 20th, 1944. They had a big hit with the song. Doris Day's first #1 hit. Well, it was from there on known as a classic. It was the first record reaching the Billboard charts March 29th, 1945. It lasted 23 weeks on the chart, peaking at #1. Songwriters were Les Brown, Ben Homer, and Bud Green. Our good friend Danny Macklin is watching and listening right now.
Hey, Dan. How you doing, my friend?
So we don't know where Danny's living. Dan, let us know where you live. What city? We don't want an address. We just want to know where you're from. Mansfield, Lakewood, Bay Village, East Cleveland. Who knows where you're from?
He's my good buddy from Ed. We went to school together. We worked together. I got a good one to follow that.
What would that be?
Another Glenn Miller tune.
Yeah, this is the one that, I guess if there was like the big band song, like when you hear rock and roll, you think of Rock Around the Clock. This is the big band song. In the Mood.
So what happened, Glenn Miller? Like, I know that
It was a plane crash.
It was a plane crash.
Yeah. I believe it was in 1944, if I'm not mistaken.
During the war.
Well, yeah, the war didn't end until 45. Let me give you a little background on the song here. It was actually recorded August 1st, 1939, released in September, almost to the day, September 15th, 1939, although this is the 18th. And Glenn Miller didn't even really write the song.
You just arranged it?
Yes. Joe Garland was one of the songwriters.
You know there's lyrics?
Oh, yeah. I've heard the lyrics before, yeah. Here's a good piece of trivia. The first release of the song was not by Glenn Miller at all. It was by Edgar Hayes and his orchestra a year earlier, in 1938. So obviously the song was written well before 39. There we go, In the Mood. Steve, we're rolling tonight.
We're rolling, Ray. Great night for me.
Megan Whedon watching him.
Hey,
Megan, thank you so
Megan,
much.
You know, Megan Whedon is Megan Constantine. You know Megan Constantine?
I do.
Yes. So she's with us tonight.
I could feel all of you with us right now in our studio audience, even though you're not in the room physically. Out there, I could feel your presence.
Megan got me started gigging on the piano. She's the reason I'm a gigging piano player today.
How did she get you started, Dave?
She had a gig at the Crown Plaza, and she invited me up when I was at
Wow.
CSU.
Crown Plaza.
Cleveland State.
Nice.
And she showed me how to do it. I was like an apprentice for a little bit, and then I took my first gig at Ferris Steakhouse right after that.
Were you nervous about the first time you played?
Yeah. But, you know, it's kind of like, it is like serving an apprenticeship. You, like, get your butt handed to you, learning the repertoire. But after a couple years, you know it. I don't know
Well,
if that
it's
makes
a matter
sense.
of being confident, and we all go through it, you know.
Yeah.
And we've done this one before. Your Song by Reginald Kenneth Dwight, Elton John. First big hit in America, 1970. I'm going to step back and let Dave play this one and maybe sing it.
We'll just play it tonight, right? We'll...
Yes. Sorry, you had too many cigars earlier.
The Cubans. Cats are well behaved tonight, right?
The
You
cats
run
were-
them a lot during the day, so they're calmer at night.
They were out all day. They were doing yard work, and it was a hard day for them. I mean, it's been pretty warm lately, the last 10 days or so. Plus, we gave Charlie a couple of sedatives to help.
Last week he was flying on the piano like a bat out of hell.
Well, he had coffee. He had coffee. There we go, 1970, Elton John and Your Song, and a beautiful song indeed. It is officially 8:46 right here, and we're having a great time, Ray Carr and David Michaels. Looking for your requests.
Toss them in.
Danny Macklin says,
Mackin.
I'm sorry, Danny Mackin. He's turning West Park neighborhood of Cleveland. He's feeding the baby, so I'm unable to respond. But Danny Mackin, thank you for listening, and he's
Good friend. Good guy.
beautiful West Park, Ohio, probably one of the finest neighborhoods in Cleveland, other than maybe, perhaps, Edgewater.
You go there a lot.
I have friends there, yes.
Well, here's another one, a Billy Joel one, if Kelly's still with us. I'm not sure if she's still with us or not, but she wanted the Billy Joel. Here's Vienna.
It's a beautiful song. same people as before. No, nobody knew. We're glad that they're with us. Vienna is a song from Billy Joel's 1977 album Stranger, released on the B-side to Just the Way You Are, which would be a good follow-up to this. Phil Ramone is the producer on Columbia Records.
Folks, we can get the party bigger if you share the feed.
Share the feed.
Share the feed, folks.
Share the love.
Share the feed. In the loop.
Thank you. And don't forget, the donations that you make tonight to Dave and Ray isn't really to continue our lavish lifestyle. It's to put food on our table.
And keep this light on.
Yes. Yes. Believe it or not, that's really true.
Yeah.
However, Dave, we have something like, as I mentioned before, more important than money.
What do we got, Ray?
We have self-respect, I think.
I think we do.
And I think that's important. Because the Wagon Wheel is a place that I play on Tuesday nights. I do trivia there on Tuesday nights.
In Valley View?
No, located on Snow Road in Parma Heights.
Oh.
Yes, Tuesday night trivia with Ray.
Do you know the bartender Erin?
Yeah.
She used to be the Marino's bartender.
Well, you ask her if she knows Ray. That's all that matters.
Did that take the place of the Dusty Armadillo?
It had to. Something did.
They called it the Dusty.
Dustin, yeah. You know, as I tell people from time to time, and try to use metaphors, but everything's got a shelf life. Everything's got an expiration date, and sometimes you have to know when to say when. And then things present themselves like this opportunity to work with you. This is one of the golden opportunities of my life.
Thanks, Ray. Right back at you.
And it's sitting behind a microphone is about as easy as breathing. It's fun, it's entertaining, but when we have the participation from everybody in the crowd, when everybody's chiming in all at the same time, then it's really fun because then we get to hear all sorts of requests.
I agree with you, buddy.
Teresa said she just shared everything live.
All right. Thank you, Teresa.
Thank you so much.
Hope you're having a wonderful evening tonight. I'll play a song for you.
Dave, after that, request for a whole lot of shaking going on.
For real?
Yeah.
All right.
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Okay. We'll get
If you want to
that.
hear the interview I did with Jerry Lee, it's on my website, raycaram.com.
Don't all run there at once. You'll crash it.
Well, there's a Tom Hanks interview there, too. Yeah, the great Van Morrison. It's a marvelous night for a moon dance under those beautiful, well, the October sky is coming. Moondance is the third studio album by Northern Irish singer-songwriter Van Morrison. Released on the 27th of January 1970 on Warner Brothers Records. Van Morrison also produced it. Moondance was an political and commercial success. It helped establish Van Morrison as a major artist in popular music. It is a really beautiful night for a moon dance. Truly, it's a beautiful sky out there. Although it isn't October, it's September, but we're getting there. Whole lot of shaking going on.
You want to play a song quick while I pull it up?
I would love to do that. Right here, folks. If you have a request for something, by all means, let us know. And I promise you one thing. We're not going to play any more of the Seeds pushing too hard. Let's do something from the great Jimmy Smith. On the sunny side of the street. All right, we're back right here. I'm Ray Carr, Dave Michaels. Whole lot of shaking going on, made famous by Jerry Lee Lewis, but it was originally done by Big Mama Thornton. Excuse me, Big Maybelle. Big Maybelle, though, was best known for some rockabilly she did in 1957. Jerry Lee Lewis is known for this type of playing. That's why they call him the Killer. Very good, Dave. Thank you. Big Maybelle did the original. Then made really famous by Jerry Lee Lewis. The Killer.
The Killer.
Also did Great Balls of Fire, among many, many other songs.
Which sounds very familiar. I just don't have the floppy hair, folks. If you're into that kind of thing, I'm not your guy.
Dave, you have other things that are important. You have a good attitude and a good piano. Isn't that all that matters in life?
Thank you, Ray. We'll do this one. It's not a 9 o'clock hour, and let's take a commercial break.
You want to take a commercial break right now? Let's do this one. 1967. Beatles. Thank you, Dave. Great job. We're going to take a little commercial break. We have some public service announcements and a few commercials. We'll be right back.
The time is now.
Howdy, this is Andy Griffith. Over 200,000 heroes every month never make the front page, but they're heroes anyway. They give blood to save lives. Be a hero. Give blood through your Red Cross.
When you're hungering for fish or chicken and the kids want burgers and fries, take 'em on down to the Red Barn for all this and more besides. You get a whole lot more of what you're hungering for at the Red Barn. It's the place to be for variety. It's the Red Barn.
Remember when you dreamed about working in an ice cream parlor with all those rich toppings, chopped nuts, and fruit sauces? Well, now you can have that dream and eat it too. Now you can make your own sundae at the Red Barn with all the toppings you want to make the biggest, bestest, sweetest sundae you ever saw. So come on down to the Red Barn and make the sundae of your dreams.
You get a whole lot more of what you're hungering for at the Red Barn. It's the place to be for variety. It's the Red Barn. You get a whole lot more of what you're hungering for at the Red Barn.
The best things in life are right here in Cleveland. There are friendly people near. Getting around is easy here. We're a town where great things happen all year. You can live in the country and be minutes from town. Catch a show, grab some nights out and put your shop around. The best things in life are right here in Cleveland. From the flats to the Cleveland Zoo. From the Playhouse to Caramoo. the story of a tank truck express they call the Big O. She hauls Lawson's fresh squeezed orange juice non-stop from Florida. Roll on, Big O. Get that juice up to Lawson's in 40 hours. Now the oranges ripen in the Florida sun. Sweet on the tree they stay. Then they pick 'em and they squeeze just as quick as you please. And the Big O leaves the same day. Roll on, Big O. Get that juice up to Lawson's in 40 hours. Now one man sleeps while the other man drives on the non-stop Lawson run. And the cold, cold juice in the tank truck caboose stays as fresh as the Florida sun. Roll on, Big O. Get that juice up to Lawson's in 40 hours. Get that juice up to Lawson's in 40
A boy 10 feet tall. An adventure that defies you to forget it. See A Boy 10 Feet Tall from Paramount in Technicolor.
We'll be right back. This is Jimmy McGriff, I Got a Woman. right, thank you, folks. That was the great Jimmy McGriff, I Got a Woman. And I hope you enjoyed the little segment that we had, the bridge the gap between that and what we're about to hear now. We're going to do a little dedication to one of the greatest American songwriters of all time, Mr. Jimmy Webb.
Great songwriter.
And I know Jimmy personally, and I've interviewed him 2 or 3 different times. I think 3, yeah. Let's start out with the Highwaymen. Dave, we're going to turn you on and turn you up. Here we go. How about that?
nod to the future. You know, I was on a starship. You know what I mean? I was on a starship.
Yeah. Right. It's like you got that feeling of there's some paranormal component to this that, you know, I'm moving along. Something's going on. He wrote the song while he was in London.
Interesting.
After a late night of drinking with Harry Nielsen. And he went to sleep that night after drinking heavily, and he had this incredibly vivid dream, and that the result of it was the Highwaymen.
It's wild. Well, music has effects on people, you know, depending on a certain way you feel. This week got me down, Ray. I'm not going to lie.
Dave, I know we're all going through a lot right now, but, you know, this show is going to, the songs that I'm going to make you play now are going to take you from the bowels of despair to the pinnacle of ecstasy.
I can't wait.
Because no matter what happens, all of us go through trials and tribulations. But when you hear this song, even though we live in Cleveland, you want to get up on your feet, stick your legs up in the air and say, hallelujah, I'm glad I'm alive. New York, New York, originally done by Liza Minnelli, but I like Frank's version better. Which came out in 1980.
No contest.
right, thank you. Teresa said the sound was a little bit better. I think we've got everything under control right now. Yes.
You lose your focus for 1 second in this game.
That's why we need to hire a producer, Dave, so we can just do what we do.
Yeah, we got to devote all of our mental faculties.
And you are a member of the faculty at St. Ed's, aren't you?
I'm a member of the faculty of St. Edward High School, yeah. I thoroughly enjoy working there. A great group of folks, great group of kids to teach. It's a good community. And I went there as well.
Yeah. What is it about teaching kids? Do you find that the students that you teach now are easier than when you first started teaching?
It's definitely different now. But, you know, the kids, the one constant is there's always a hunger to learn new things and learn music. It doesn't matter, you know, whether it's 10 years from now, there's always going to be a kid playing Claire de Lune on a break and another kid right across from him trying to be B.B. King with an electric guitar. I mean, it's kids love music, and that's never going to change. So I'm very fortunate to be their teacher.
When you teach them classical music, is there any particular go-to artist? Is it always Mozart and Beethoven, or do you like Tchaikovsky and Rachmaninoff?
Well, I mean, there's certain level disparities there, but, you know, Mozart and Beethoven teaching orchestra is great. Bach teaching a lot of Bach pieces, piano students, and for chorales for choir are great. And you include foreign language, so you get some German in there. So, you want to hear a little Chopin?
Yeah.
Here's a little Chopin.
Frederick Chopin, right?
Yeah.
It was so beautiful, Dave. I didn't want to interrupt you.
Thank you, Ray.
It really was. I think our audience enjoyed it as well. Ray Carr coming at you live from the special secret studios deep below the earth. Dave, let's go to a few more and tell us about our next song.
Well, this is from an Italian opera turandot, Nessun Dorma. It's a popular opera. Luciano Pavarotti.
Luciano Pavarotti. Yeah, he was one of the great.
This is what he made famous.
I have to apologize. I cannot sing. I just can't sing.
Not many people can. Right?
I do.
One of the beautiful things is working out in Italy all these years. It helps, build that appreciation for opera, classical
I have to be honest with you. I've never been a big fan of opera. I love classical music. But opera, I think, takes a while to really appreciate how great it is. Way to go, Dave.
Thank you, Ray.
As we mentioned before, and we said it kind of tongue-in-cheek that we all go through trials and tribulations, but, it is always great when you hear the right music to just put you in that mood where you forget about everything that's bothering you. You forget about things that have made you angry during the day, work, relationships, what have you. And that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to turn that frown upside down. Let's go to smile.
I get that.
Let's do that. And you can't let the trivial stuff bother you.
Well, sometimes it doesn't feel so trivial.
It isn't trivial. However, sometimes as people, and I am as guilty as anybody, we make it worse than it is. And I think a night with Dave and Ray, that's what this is. A musical connection with Dave and Ray will make you at least maybe forget about those problems for a little bit. Put you maybe in
World Series 24, knock on wood.
Dave, let's not jump the gun a little bit. Let's just enjoy this moment. I don't know if I want to go there.
No, we won't. I get ahead of myself.
But I do kind of wish they would get rid of those uniforms.
One of my biggest flaws.
Well, it was a big one. Big win for them. Nice comeback. Josh Naylor hit 2 home runs tonight. So, anyway, we do have a lot of people listening. So, if you'd like to donate just whatever you can give us, we appreciate that. Dave is the star of the show. I'm just here to fill in. It was great to be with Val. I do a radio program Tuesday morning on WCSU 89.3 FM, where I play a lot of obscure music and hit every week. To be on this program with you, Dave, is really exciting.
Chubs. I've heard of Happy Day War
Right. That was Carl
Sure.
Withers.
but Chubbs' son is going to play for
Wow.
It's going to be what?
Dave, we have to pull up some information. Melanie Doyle says she enjoys the show. The music has some static going on. So the music actually has static going on. So we will try to fix that. Well, Melanie, if you're out there listening, just let us know that there's some making a few adjustments there. Our producer, I'm the producer, so we'll have to make it work. Okay, we're going to take a momentary break. We'll be right back to fix some technical difficulties, so don't go anywhere. back. Just to let everybody know, that was on the sunny side of the street, Mr. Jimmy Smith. And this is a wonderful evening. I'm glad I have the opportunity to work with Dave here. Dave, it's a fantastic night. Son of a preacher man, Dusty Springfield. Looks pretty good.
Can we ask the audience how that sounded?
Yeah, just let us know, folks. We made a few adjustments here. Son of a Preacher Man. John Hurley and Ronnie Wilkins wrote that song, produced by Jerry Wexler for Dusty Springfield. Ray Charles.
Like I'm hearing. Maybe it's this.
All right, it looks like that one was a little bit better, Dave. And what I'd say, and
Yeah, we're good. I had to move it back.
yeah, well, you know, when you walk in the jungle, Dave, you got to be prepared for anything.
We're going to walk in the jungle. It's quite a.
It's quite adventuresome. Yeah, we're going to do it.
How about this one? Little Dean Martin for you.
Yeah. Somewhere there's a someone. Thank you, Dave. Great job.
Thank you, sir.
Dave, I don't have the chat box in front of me. I don't know if any other requests are available or.
Oh.
Well, of course it would, Dave.
All right, give us a second, folks. Let's pull up the old chat box. All right. Much better. That helped. Okay. Sounds good. All right. So there's still some static out there, but I think that deals with sound line. But the volume stick. We try just a little more nudge down. All right. So let's end with this one, huh?
Oh, yes. Over the Rainbow. All right. Thank you. Very, very nice. Hope everybody had a good time. I thoroughly enjoyed my time here. We're going to be back next week with much more, some new features. We'll be on a little bit later next week, I think, Dave. Maybe at 10:15 next week.
Pushing the envelope a little bit. It's good to be with all of you tonight. Thanks for listening in on The Musical Connection with Dave and Ray.
The Musical Connection with Dave and Ray every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Tune in each week. Tell your friends, tell your family. We appreciate all your time and all your input. Be safe out there, and good night, everybody.
Sweet on me, I the man. When the day
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. Please drive carefully and arrive home safely. Good night.
Yeah, there's headphones all over the place.
Can you play a song in there, Ray?
Huh?
Can you play a song in there?
Right now?
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, 1-2. I live in Lakewood, Ohio. 44107. Okay, we live in Cuyahoga. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I hear myself on a. Okay. All right. Yeah. Ray Carr. Well, I hear the voice. All right, check. All right, 1-2. All right. Coming at you live. Yeah, I only care about his music. Right, we didn't know that before. Okay, you gotta see this.